Hey guys, what is going on? And welcome back to another edition of Flick News, the show here on Flick Direct where I give you guys the latest that happened in entertainment news throughout the week, and then I give you all my personal take on the matter at hand. I'm your host, Austin Punham, and this week in terms of entertainment news was a pretty slow week, minus a couple of things, so I do want to apologize in advance if this week's show is on the shorter side, but nonetheless, starting off with, I think, the biggest thing besides my last topic for you guys is the Spider-Verse sequel. If you guys have not seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, what are you doing? Stop what you're doing right now and watch Spider-Verse. Spider-Verse is one of the greatest comic book films I've ever seen. I personally think it's the best Spider-Man film out there. As you all know, ever since Spider-Verse came out, there have been many films within the Spider-Verse universe, I can say, that have been developed. Like, for example, I think there is a film based on the Gwen Stacy Spider-Man character, but the one right now that is most in progress is the sequel to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. However, it looks like that the same team of directors for the original Spider-Verse are not returning for the sequel. However, the team of directors that they have, I am pretty darn stoked about. 2 out of the 3 of them worked on Avatar: The Last Airbender. Right there, that should give you guys a lot of excitement, because if you have not seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, where have you been for the past decade and a half? Avatar: The Last Airbender is one of the greatest cartoons ever made. The other new director joining this project is Kemp Powers. If you don't know him, he is the co-director of Soul. And given that Kemp Powers just won an Oscar for doing Soul with Pete Docter, I mean, what else could you want? This has the potential to be even better than the previous one. Bring it on, enough said. I can only imagine what these guys are going to do with the sequel. Coming on to our second and final news story of this week, we have some news surrounding The Witcher on Netflix. Not gonna lie to you all, I have not finished season 1 of The Witcher, although I've heard some mixed things. I've heard some people say they absolutely loved it, and I have heard some people say that they absolutely hated The Witcher. From what I saw, I thought The Witcher was really freaking good, and I do need to finish it. And the reason why I'm bringing up The Witcher is because The Witcher, apparently from what I've heard, I think it wrapped shooting, I think earlier this year, and guess what guys? It is releasing later this year. I'm assuming in November or December, which would make the most sense. I have not read the books, I've heard amazing things, so I imagine that most of the people, now I can't speak for everybody, I can only speak for myself. I heard The Witcher from the games, and knowing that they were making the show, I got really excited. Hearing that season 2 is coming out later this year, it makes me want to go back on the season 1 and just binge it all through, because from what I've heard, I heard that season 1, even though it has like I know it's in the 60s range around, to if I remember correctly. I guess I had to come back onto it, and just makes me excited to see what they're going to do with season 2. I just wonder, that's all there is to it. Oh my god. So, coming on to our last news story of this week, not gonna lie to you guys, I'm a little shocked over this because this is just breaking as of, well, at the time of recording this, it's about an hour ago. The Oscars were on just tonight, actually, and the ceremony actually wasn't that bad. I mean, I actually liked how it was concentrating more on the love for movies rather than the glamour and all that stuff. I actually called out most of the winners. Like, for example, I had a feeling that Chloe Zhao would be getting the win for Best Director and Best Picture for Nomadland. I thought that was a great flick. Although, I am very surprised that Carey Mulligan did not win for Best Actress. That went to Frances McDormand, who I thought was great, by the way. One of my favorite wins of the night was Promising Young Woman winning Best Original Screenplay. I thought the screenplay was amazing. I think production design went to Mank. I think that was a great choice. If you guys saw the In Memoriam segment, you will all know that Chadwick Boseman was saved for last. So that made me think, okay, so maybe Chadwick Boseman might get Best Actor. Who knows? Anthony Hopkins won Best Actor for his performance in The Father. I have heard great things. Best performance, I actually was the best performance of last year. I think it was Chadwick Boseman, then again, I have not seen Anthony Hopkins, so I can't really say. It is very strange and very shocking knowing that Best Picture wasn't the last award like it usually is, but knowing not only that Anthony Hopkins won Best Actor, but he wasn't even there. And from what I remember, I think it is cut. That is the strangest way to end the Oscars. I mean, congrats to all the winners. I would that Chadwick Boseman had won. Still though, with that being said, congrats to all the winners. I'm very excited to watch all of your films very, very soon. I'm excited to watch Sound of Metal, Childish Gambino 7, The Father, also, oh my god, Minari. I'm excited to watch all the films that were nominated that I was able to see before the Oscars tonight. But anyways, Just what a weird ending for the show, seriously. Alrighty guys, and that's gonna wrap it up for this week's show. My apologies again that this week's show was about on the shorter side, but for everything that we did talk about this week, how do you guys feel about the new directors for Spider-Verse 2? Are you guys very excited, or are you worried that knowing that the previous directors are not returning? Also, when it comes to Witcher Season 2, are you excited about Witcher Season 2? And finally, when it comes to the Oscars tonight, or depending on when you watch this week's show, are you surprised? Are you shocked as well about the ending of the show? Are you happy about all the winners? Let us know below. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's show. If so, please hit that like button, also share, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell for whenever the latest video from us goes live. If you guys want to see any of our previous 2 shows, please click on the right there or there. And of course, until next week's show, we will see you all next week. Have a great week, guys. Hit like, smash subscribe, and get notified for whenever reviews, interviews, and news go live.